As we all know, life tends to imitate art sometimes, and sometimes way too close. This week, we got to see the Chappelle Show character Clayton Bigsby come to real life. Somehow. And as much as I'd like to talk about that today for a couple of hours, I'm going to stick to the economy. Welcome back to This Week in Mortgage, everybody. My name is Sam Battaglia, your mortgage broker here at Guaranteed Rate in Beverly Hills, right on Cannon. I hope you had a great week. Okay, well, the Federal Reserve and inflation. Couple things here. Inflation is definitely coming down as expected, as we know all the trillions of dollars are, slowly but surely working their way out of the system. One problem we do have is our friends in China. They're still sitting inside, apparently, which is going to cause some natural inflation because of a shortage of goods, which has been the big culprit of the inflation we've had, is a lack of goods and too many dollars, basically up until now, chasing that lack of goods around. So China's still inside, which will cause a little inflation, but inflation in general seems to be chilling out a little bit. Federal Reserve has a golden opportunity, as I mentioned a couple weeks ago, to navigate a quote-unquote soft landing now. I do believe their window is small, but they might have an opportunity here to have everybody relax, have the economy maybe get back on its own too, and see how this plays out without their trial balloon input that they have. They should just kind of let things chill out. Because they did indeed say, the Federal Reserve Chairman came out and said the pace of rate hikes should slow or could slow in the next few months based on economic data. And the Federal Reserve again meets about 2 weeks from today, I want to say, or 2 weeks from this week, 13th and 14th, and we'll see what they come up with at that point. Moving on to the stock market, things look to be sideways for the most part. Stocks seem to be in a wait-and-see mode. Stock markets are actually scared of good news right now because we have such an aggressive Fed. Good news being like a booming economy or something like that, things that we all want. A natural booming economy, I should say. But the Federal Reserve has scared the stock markets by being so aggressive that any good news is bad news for stocks. So, in turn, bad news is good news for stocks. As this has been basically the theme of the stock market for the last decade or so, if weak economic numbers show up, Federal Reserve has to stay involved pumping money in or, lowering rates. So bad news is good news for the stock market when it comes to the economy until further notice. All right, we got the jobs report this morning for the month of November. Nothing to write home about. 260 some odd thousand jobs, estimated 200,000 jobs. Not a lot of jobs at all. Again, I remember when we needed, 300, 400,000 jobs to call it a good jobs report. I actually am not impressed by this jobs report, given how many people need to re-enter the workforce. Wage inflation is up. This is great for society. In terms of these being career jobs, I don't know if that's the case or if these are just basic jobs, but wage inflation is up, which definitely helps society. One thing that we do need as an economic society, apparently I've been reading a lot of this week, is foreign workers. They seem to be highly skilled, and they kind of fit that career job description I keep talking about, rather than a a career job. But the foreign workers, it looks like everybody involved now knows that we need to chill out, let more foreign workers in to maintain economic growth when the time is right. And all of this is happening despite huge layoffs in the technology sector. These are careers. These aren't jobs. These are real careers. These people make a lot of money, and they got laid off. Tens of thousands of people from different technology jobs. So jobs in general, I guess it's okay. Could be a lot better. But we'll see how things shake out in the coming months. And onto my topic, mortgages and housing. We've got a 10-year treasury sitting around 350 and change today. That is down from the high of around 420 on that yield. And rates have moved in tandem. We're down about 0.75% from the top. Now, I'm not saying that rates are tremendously great, but they are getting better slowly but surely. Just kind of, there's an old saying about rates: rise like a rocket, fall like a feather. And it looks like we rose like a rocket indeed. To take that treasury to 420 or so. And it looks like we're coming down. Just imagine a feather falling from a building. This is how mortgage rates are coming down. Rise like a rocket, fall like a feather is what they say. And this is a good thing because we are, about a few weeks ago, about a month ago or so, we were in that danger zone spot of not only was affordability when it came to mortgages and housing really in question, But the consumer really did not like the interest rates mentally. Even though the dollars and cents wasn't huge, mentally, people didn't like it. So I believe at this point, knock wood, we may have seen the top in interest rates on the mortgage side, but we have avoided a really terrible place when it comes to a lack of affordability. If that yield would have went to 450 and 470, we would have had some abhorrent interest rates to be quoting every day. So hopefully we've seen the top when it comes to interest rates. All right, everybody, welcome back from Thanksgiving. That is my show for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you have any mortgage-related questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And please take care of each other. Have a safe weekend and enjoy.